Hello my loves, my Lash Tribers, it's Julia. I'm behind the camera today. Hello. Okay, let me just say hello quickly. Hi everyone. I am testing tweezers today. I usually have girls help me do it or they do it by themselves, but everyone's away on holidays. I'm completely booked out with our clients. One of my new girls, she doesn't know how to do volume lashes yet, so she will be watching me to do this a little bit and then practice herself. So I'm by myself today. I have my tray here. I'm actually using 0.03 lashes because they're so tiny and fine. I want to pick up as many as I can to then test my tweezers with. I just wanted to make this video to show you how I actually adjust those tweezers and how I look at them. So yeah, that's what we will be doing today. We're using a pair of pliers, we're using a nail file, and then I also will use kind of the back of this lash tray to kind of press down little bits and pieces to make them work 100%. A lot of the time when suppliers send me tweezers, a few usually don't work. That is normal, but sometimes if they have a bad batch or they have someone working in the factory that are not making them good enough, because all tweezers are handmade, sometimes you have 50% of the tweezers not working. So what I do now is go in, and it can take up to 10 minutes sometimes to adjust a tweezer. So this is where the price tag comes from, especially if I test them myself. Also, I will have a look if they are perfectly. So I will show you now exactly what I usually do when I look at getting a tweezer tested. The first thing that I do is I actually take my hand, usually just a finger, and I will push them like that and turn them around so I can see that the tips are nice and pointy, or at least not completely flat. And I can also see if the blades are either way exactly the same. You cannot see that very well behind the white. This is why I'm holding my hand. So this is what I usually do first. Then I have a look at the full of the tweezer and see if there's any marks. This one has already been marked a little bit by me taking photos and using it for this video, but I will wipe them with a cloth. I have a beautiful microfiber cloth where I shine up all our tweezers before they go out. Because sometimes, you know, you can see manufacturers are not very careful sometimes, and you will have little, you can see here, little marks. So this sort of tweezer wouldn't go out, but I just wanted to utilize this tweezer to show you. That's the first. Then I will hold my tweezer up and I will just close it and turn it and see how it lies in my hand. Now these are new Diamond Grip Volume Tweezers, so they don't slide, which is amazing, and it also looks very, very pretty. So these don't slide out of my hand. When you get sweaty throughout the day, it's very important that you have some sort of a non-grip, otherwise you might drop them. So this is step number one. I'm happy with that. Step number two is to now actually go ahead and test. So I go in, and I already know that this one is not working, and this is why I'm making this video so that you can see. So it picks up one single lash, no problem, but I like to use the 0.03s because they're much more difficult to pick up. And you can see when I pick up, it leaves lashes on the tray, which is not great. So I know that the very first third of the tweezers don't work if I pick up more than 3 lashes. I will show you this one more time. Show you this again. I usually use my Lash Tribe method where I just push them to the side like that so they open up beautifully. Now go in with my tweezers, got about a third in, and I push really hard and I pick up, and you can see it leaves lashes. This is not ideal. Now don't fret, I want to show you how you can hopefully adjust those, but don't fret because I will now show you how you can hopefully adjust those tweezers. So what I do first is I go in with my pliers and I will squeeze just the very tips together and just hold now and really push down. I need to make sure I don't scratch the tweezers, otherwise I can't give them to you girls anymore. So we need to make sure, and excuse my hands, you need to make sure that these, so I don't push too hard because I don't want to scratch the surface. And this is what I do right at the tips of the tweezers. And I also push this together. Now we'll retest it. If it's still not working, sometimes I will go in with my nail file and I open this up a little bit and I just give it 1 or 2 quick scrape along the bottom of the blade. I'll show you one more time. So I'll open up the tweezer and I will literally just very gently file the inside of the tweezer. Show you, clean it out. Now it's time to test again. And if I do this a couple of times and it's not working, then I will put those tweezers aside and just sell them as a classic tweezer. So let's see. Sometimes if there's parts missing inside the tweezer, they're probably useless even when you try and adjust them. This one's still dropping some. So now I will probably go in and try and adjust the tweezer a little bit more. So I will try and bend it inwards ever so slightly. And I will look again. You can see they pick up beautifully. A lot of lashes quite inside of the blade. But when we try and pick them up in the very tip, they weren't working earlier, and now you can see they are. This is not about making beautiful fans. Now this is picking up as many lashes as you can. That's what we're trying to do. It's dropping a couple. That was because they were crossed over. But I can feel that the grip has already become much better. So you can see how this tweezer now is almost there. Yeah, whereas before everything was kind of dropped. Now we'll put some here, try and make a larger fan and see if that one gets picked up nicely. Now keep in mind these are 0.03 lashes. These are extremely hard to fan out and make even unless you do a different type of method, but I wanted to use these to show you. Let's try a bunch of them. Quite a few lashes here. See how that goes. I dropped one more. So I will go back in. Maybe give it one more quick little scrape with my tweezers, because sometimes they are very slippery on the inside of the blade. So you can see sometimes when I send you tweezers or Lash Tribe sends you tweezers, that the inside of your tweezers is a little bit filed, and that is because we have adjusted them for you. That doesn't mean it's a manufacturing fault or anything like that. It just means that we had to adjust the tweezers a little bit better. One more was dropped. We're really almost there. Now they pick up perfectly, you can see. Now would be the time to also test with 0.07s. Great, now that I'm pretty happy with how they pick up 0.03, which is a lot harder, but very, very needed for when I want to do mega volume, I will test them with 0.07s. These are decal, no, sorry, these are double D. So you can see how they really, really quite curly. double D, double D, double D, double D, and then we have C's. Okay, let's do this one more time. I might use 10. Hopefully you can see. You can see how perfectly these tweezers are now picking up. I hope you enjoyed this video and you will try and adjust your tweezers yourself, the ones that you already have. And if you ever order tweezers from Lash Tribe, we can assure you that your tweezers work. And this is why our tweezers don't just cost $20, because they're all hand tested, and sometimes we can take up to 10 minutes to get a pair of tweezers adjusted for you. That being said, I hope that I will see you soon in my next video if you're interested in these ones. That being said, this is the video for today, so you can see how long it takes us sometimes to adjust a pair of tweezers to make it perfectly for you. You can use this method at home by yourself if you want to try and do it yourself. You just need a pair of pliers and also a nail file with a not too rough side. The rough side will take the color off way too much, but if they are your own tweezers, I guess it doesn't matter. I would always start with a less rough side, more of a smoother nail file. And then, yeah, you can do it yourself at home, and hopefully this video has helped. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment on our video, and check out our other videos as well. Make sure you visit us on Facebook, Lash Tribe, and the website is lashtribe.com.au. I'll see you soon. Bye.